Pray No More by Lara Ruggeri. At 8:30, traffic is already nervous. I zigzag among cars and buses whose drivers shudder to a halt at the red light, push past polyester suits till I reach the other side of the street, where I am engulfed by a yawning, dawdling crowd, incessantly flowing with vacant eyes, unless glued to their smartphone or fixed before their feet. I had not thought death hadn't done so many. T.S. Eliot is always in my head when I walk in Hong Kong. I dodge bare-chested men in pushcarts piled high with water bottles and have to slow down near the entrance of a restaurant. A van is being unloaded. Scattered on the pavement are styrofoam boxes full of seafood. Just a few days ago, the fish were swimming around the Technicolor Dreamcoat of some distant coral reef. Then the trawlers came along, and now I stand on the pavement watching a funeral procession of white foxes. My eyes start squinting from the glare of the sun hitting the glossy surfaces of corporate hubris, LED video screens, polished cars, mirror facades, stainless steels. In the dizzy brightness, I suddenly feel weightless. I got out of bed too late for breakfast, but my body is tapping into a new source of energy today. This luminous, glorious Monday is spreading its silver sparkles over the grainy city. Despite the lack of sleep and the generous vodka measures of Club 71, my mind is clear. Everything seems possible once again. My helmet, framed high, Slavic cheekbones, and blue eyes that this morning are hidden behind black sunglasses. The slightly wrinkled white shirt is tucked in a gray pencil shirt. My tongue cuff muscles are accentuated by silver stiletto sandals. Me, a back white paw, a white ghost dressed in corporate armor. The conscript of a transnational army currently deployed in China, now marching to my office. A glass cubicle in a steel and glass skyscraper, fully insulated against the city protoplasm that is throbbing below. I stride through the long corridor till I reach the CEO's large office. He doesn't notice me. He is standing in front of his feng shui aquarium, looking at his fast-swimming fish that race around fake coral. A living multicolored tapestry that in his belief system may affect the fate and fortune of human beings. Then he takes out a fishnet in a plastic bag from a cabinet, catches a small striped fish, and throws it in the clear plastic bag where it wriggles for what seems to be a very long time. When Mr. Lee returns to his desk, the fish is still moving. Maybe he didn't like this particular fish. Maybe it wasn't keeping up with the rest. Maybe he is making room for a new fish. I wonder if this is the bad omen. Tampering with the prescribed number of fish may have unforeseen consequences for the company's fortune, but I am no feng shui expert. I work in human resources, hence the armor. My job description is vague. In corporate parlance, it sounds like formulating personal systems and strategies appropriate to the company's corporate mission and goals. In plain English, hiring and firing people in order to maximize profit for our shareholders. We select, recruit, reward, retain talent, because we always hire talent. But of course the word talent is no longer used when we right size. Last week we fired 70 people, all previously described as talent. You may wonder if the company was at some point wrong-sized, but my department cannot take any responsibility for that. We just implement personnel's policies. That is, we take orders. Like soldiers, we don't question them. Have you noticed the use of the plural pronoun? The moment I stepped into the office, it creeps into my language, it infects my speech. We. It's a language shaped by all these team buildings and corporate events we are expected to take part in. Recently, I turned down 3 invitations. 1, a wine tasting at the vice president's favorite cruiser. Another, a trip to Macau Resort to celebrate the second quarter results, and the last one, a charity event, aimed at raising funds for some village in Bangladesh. You know, cleaning water wells, building schools, etc. I wonder if it was the same village where one of our clients owns garment factories. He is Indian but must have studied in the US because he and the CEO slap each other on the back when they meet each other, and he uses the word awesome a lot. Some of my colleagues use the plural pronoun even when they are with families and friends, like overexcited kids coming home from summer camp, and yet our office is anything like a summer camp. More like the CEO's fish tank. Bodies wiggling between chair and desk for 10 hours a day. Minds adjusted to the confines of their assigned task. The will rushes down through tense arrest muscles, plunges into the heart, and is gone. The lucky ones get an impressive view of the city. The city is so deceptively close and yet so distant. The rest make do with the digital tapestry of their large computer screens. The controlled temperature is set to low to keep talent awake. Artificial lighting wears out the eyes. Phone conversations in several languages mixes with the hum of computers and noises of copiers and printers. The only exercise consists of going to the nearest coffee shop to load up on caffeine and chase after lost concentration. In these conditions, a healthy employee may be productive for 10 years. That is notably longer than a fish lifespan. Then, of course, some wear and tear may occur, and the talent is replaced by a more ambitious, energetic, goal-oriented, driven, younger version of himself. For 2 years, I have been wearing an empathy mask at each dismissal, and a congratulation mask at each hiring and promotion. Today, I will need any mask. Just the help of my boyfriend, also known as Deus Ex Machina in some circles. My god for the machine is a tall, gangly techie who wears Miss Pierce socks. Conveniently, he works for the same office. I hired him. He manages the integrated software that controls access to the office, CCTV and computer network. Any physical or virtual door registered to the system can be remotely opened or closed. Deus Ex Machina didn't need to come to the office today. He can work remotely. Let's say he is busy on a side project. But I can't disclose more details at this stage because I don't know you, do I? And which side are you on? In a few days, after the incident response team and crisis managers have stepped in, after narratives have been changed, you may read an editorial in the local papers about the company going from strength to strength despite a minor security breach that hasn't in any way dented the trust of its client and investors. By then, Deus Machina and I will be enjoying the fruits of our labor. Away, very far away, from Mr. Lee's fish tank. Thank you.